Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Summit Playhouse Bake-Off. I'm Karen Thornton, and I and the rest of the folks at Summit Playhouse want to thank you so much for joining us this evening. We're so glad that you are here to watch the plays from our playwriting challenge. We wanted to do something at this time when things are very difficult for everyone and very difficult in the theater. And we want to thank you for helping to support the theater community during this time, and especially to all of the people who sent in scripts for this. We really, really, truly enjoyed reading every single one. And tonight we're going to show you the 5 finalists that we chose. So we wanted to hold this bake-off. So first of all, what is a bake-off? A bake-off was created by the playwright Paula Vogel, who wrote such pieces as How I Learned to Drive. And a bake-off is a writing exercise within a 48-hour period where there is a list of ingredients that inspires people to create a piece of theater. So we decided that we were going to base our ingredients on August Wilson's Fences. And so we came up with these. The ingredients that we used were a trumpet, unexpected money, a porch, a dance break, a secret, and for extra credit, the devil. So each one of the plays that you see tonight is going to have these ingredients in them in one way, shape, or form. We received 44 scripts for this playwriting bake-off challenge, and they came all the way from California all the way to England. The list of plays that we are going to see tonight are Better Than Steve and Edie by Lori Graff, Whoa There Grandma by Eric Kraft, Emu by Ruth Klewinski, Harmony PA by Gabrielle Wagner, and Uncle Timbo by John O'Hara. So without further ado, I think we should bring in the first show, which is Better Than Steve and Edie by Lori Graff.
Okay, so we're going to read, sorry, Karen, sorry to do this to you. Can you bring Sky and Dale in first, and
Yes,
then Jared and me small? Sorry for the glitch, everybody. I'm Lynn Poland. I'm reading stage directions. I shouldn't be so bossy, but would it be possible for you to bring us in a second time and bring in Dale and Sky first?
Yes.
Please?
Are we not introducing ourselves?
We are. But I want to make sure we get to see them and not me so much.
Absolutely. Let's try this again.
Okay.
It's just like live theater, everyone.
Yeah, it's just dress rehearsal.
All right. Hi. Okay. Hi, I'm Sky Monroe, and I'll be playing the role of Lainey.
Hi, Dale Monroe playing Les.
And I'm Jared Kellner. I am the MC.
And I'm Lynn Poland. I'm reading the stage directions. So this is Better Than Steve and Edie by Lori Graff. Lori Graff is a published author of novels, including You Have to Kiss a Lot of Frogs and The Shiksa Syndrome. Her short plays have been produced off-Broadway at Workshop Theater. A native New Yorker, Lori lives on the Upper West Side, loves dogs, works in media, and is collaborating on a new musical. Her all-time favorite acting role was playing Frenchie in Broadway's Grease. The characters are Lainey, late 30s, Brooklyn-born, beautiful bottle blonde who wants to be a star. Les, early 40s, his manager side is at war with the performer in him. And the MC, who's an offstage voice, male, very borscht belt. We are on a Saturday night in August 1965 at 9:40 p.m. And we are on the back porch of the casino at a bungalow colony in the Catskill Mountains. We hear sounds of an offstage MC and a band playing What's New, Pussycat? A wooden stairway at the end of a gravel driveway leads up to the back porch of a casino that is hopping on this summer night. The sign, Lefkowitz Bungalows, hangs above the back entrance. On either side of the screen door are two big windows. We can see in. A band plays on the small stage. In front of them, people are seated in rows of chairs. Several are dancing. The MC is heard on a mic over the music.
Up, 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 everyone on the dance floor. Come on, Morty. I don't think you've seen your toes since 1949.
Lights up on Lainey, heavily made up and dressed in a gold sequin cocktail dress with a drink in hand. Pacing back and forth across the porch, one high heel gets stuck in the wooden plank.
Damn porch.
Where's Estelle Wagner? Where? Oh, hello, sweetheart. A big round of applause for last week's bingo winner. The whole pot she got.
Sounds of clapping. Lainey pulls out her shoe.
It's cha-cha time. And I want to see everyone dancing because at 10 o'clock, we've got more dynamite entertainment.
Oh, shit.
Sounds of cha-cha music. And the MC is heard through the screen door.
He here yet?
On his way.
You two screw up and you're canceled for Labor Day.
Oh, come on, Les. Where the hell are you?
Sounds of a car door, followed by footsteps springing up the stairs. Les, handsome and slightly rumpled in a black suit and tie, hurries over and embraces Lainey.
Baby.
Hands off. You know what time it is.
I called.
I didn't get any message.
The kid took it.
What kid?
The concession kid said he'd find you.
Well, he didn't.
I'm sorry, baby.
We're doing a new song.
You know I'd never miss a show. It was bumper to bumper on the Triborough.
I told you take the Palisades.
I didn't.
I told you take the GW.
Tolls.
Triborough has tolls.
Not before a show.
Hey, I'm warmed up.
Yeah, you're always hot.
So why did you take the GW?
The toll is double.
Oh, making me crazy for nothing. And not double, it's not.
Is too. 50 cents each way on the George Washington. 50 cents round trip on the Triborough.
Money. Everything's always money.
We need it, right?
Sure, we need it.
It makes life better, right? It's why I went to the city today.
What do you mean?
It was supposed to be a surprise.
For me?
Well, for after. I wanted to surprise you. Later. After the show.
10 minutes. Oh, look who decided to show up.
Hey, Mel, put a lid on it.
Come on. Don't fight. It's not ladylike.
He's lucky to get an act as good as Les and Lainey.
That's the truth.
Sounds of cars on the gravel driveway.
You hear? You hear that noise? They come here from the other bungalows. They leave their colony just to see us.
We sure do put on a show.
They sneak in.
I know.
We're the best act up here.
Oh, baby.
We're even better than Steve and Edie. What? You don't think so?
Lainey, it doesn't matter now.
What do you mean? Of course it matters. It always matters.
Not after today.
You know?
It's why I went to the city.
He said he wanted to tell you. I thought I should, but he was right.
But look, I thought the whole thing would wait till after the summer. Then today happened. I seized it. You're my wife.
And you're my husband. So you're good with it? Now?
The band plays Old Devil Moon.
I'm over the moon.
Boy, I'm so glad you went and talked to him today. I don't even care. You both went behind my back because he's right. This is right. The money's in recording. The money's in Hollywood. We'll drive out west. I said we leave right after Labor Day. Wait, we can leave now. Yeah, why not? Let's skip Labor Day. Too bad on Mel and leave this week. I'll tell Harry. We're all set up to stay in his guest house anyway, just till we find our own place.
Whoa there. Hold your horses. Put on the brakes. What are you talking about? Harry who?
Harry. Lanson? The manager we met over Christmas when we worked the Pines?
Oh, yeah.
You know Harry.
You sure do. What about him?
He's in town this week. What am I telling? You know, you saw him today.
I didn't see him today.
You said it was urgent you go to the city to talk to a guy. I just thought.
You thought wrong.
Who'd you go see? Les, tell me. No. Oh no. Why'd you do this?
Shh, just keep it down, all right? I thought it's what you wanted, what we want.
A house? How could you think I want a goddamn house in Levittown?
Last month, remember? When you missed?
Don't remind me.
We were fighting so much about the money.
What else?
When I thought there was a baby and
Thank God for small favors.
I talked to my mom, right? I know I never told you, but my aunt left a little of her nest egg, and well, she and Pop were so excited, and there was enough for a down payment.
Are you crazy?
5 minutes.
The band plays You've Lost That Lovin' Feelin'.
You put a down payment on a house.
For us.
On Long Island.
I had to hustle. They rejected the other offer, and then when I showed up with cash...
Without asking me.
Hey, you agreed to move us to Hollywood and work with Harry Landsman without asking me. We've been struggling so long. I could get a real job in a school. Teach music.
Oh, Les.
Have a couple kids. Be a real family.
You know,
What?
it's
what? I thought after last month that... Say it. Just say it.
I still want this. I don't want that, Les. I don't want that life. What are we gonna do?
The show. What else?
And after?
A trumpet solo plays the bridge of You've Lost That Lovin' Feelin'.
Well, dance.
Les pulls Lainey close. They dance.
And now the act we've all been waiting for, the darlings of the Catskills, the couple we all want to be. Put your hands together for the magic of Les and Lainey.
Lights out. End of play.
Thank you so much. Better than Steve and Edie. All right, our next piece is Whoa There Grandma by Eric Kraft. Eric Kraft is from Bernardsville, New Jersey. He is a playwright, director, actor based in North and Central New Jersey with a BA in theater studies from Montclair State University. He works range-form musicals to short plays to full-length plays. His musical, The Blank Page, was self-produced in 2017 at Luna Stage. He has written and directed multiple plays for children, including titles such as Finding the Root, The Struggle Bus, The Alive Poets Society, and an adaptation of The Little Prince. He is so excited to be participating in the Summit Playhouse's Bake-Off. Let's see. And now, could we have the characters, please, introduce themselves?
Hello, my name is Gloria Lamoureux, and I'll be playing Ava.
My name is Cyrus Shields, and I'll be playing Marty.
My name is Claire Thornton, and I'll be playing Robin.
My name is Jason Crook, and I'll be playing Keaton.
The cast of characters: Ava, about 50, New England mom and widow, working actively to keep it together. Marty, Ava's 16-year-old son, can't be bothered, really into his art. Robin, Ava's 12-year-old daughter, a band geek and theater kid, quiet and soft-spoken. Keaton, 50s, Ava's older brother, an independently wealthy single uncle, gives great gifts. Time, a rainy summer afternoon, 2019. The porch of an old colonial in Simsbury, Connecticut. Ava and Keaton's mother has recently passed away, and the family is starting the arduous process of sorting through her decades worth of belongings. Long-covered old-fashioned porch, a weathered wickered set of furniture, including a rocking chair, sits behind a deep red front door. A flash of lightning and crash of thunder, and then rain begins to deluge. Ava, Marty, and Robin run into the shelter of the front porch.
So I guess we're not going to be able to pull out as much as we thought.
I thought it wasn't supposed to rain.
It wasn't.
So what are we gonna do? We drove 3 hours.
Well, we'll wait for Keaton and reimagine our plans. We can't pull out boxes and furniture into this rain.
When's Uncle Keaton getting here?
He's on his way now.
Should we put our stuff inside?
There's no room.
Wow, Grandma really was a hoarder?
When was the last time you were in her house?
Grandpa's funeral.
It's twice as much now.
Incredible. I'm going in.
Marty exits into the house. Robin walks over and hugs her mother.
And how are you feeling, my little bird?
I'm okay. I miss Dad.
There's a lot in the house he would have loved to lay claim to.
Like what?
A lot of woodworking tools, antique furniture to restore, sheet music.
What kind of sheet music?
It's in the living room on top of the piano.
Which piano?
The older, bigger one.
Can I go look?
Go for it.
Robin exits into the house. Ava takes a deep breath, looks out into the street she grew up on. She begins to wave as a car pulls up.
Hi, Keith.
Where are the kids?
A large bag.
I brought breakfast.
They went inside.
Oh, perfect. I got us all orange juice, but I also got us those little champagne bottles for mimosas.
Big toast.
To Mom.
To Mom.
Keaton goes about setting up a bagel spread on the table.
So, what do you want to do with the rain?
Well, I figured we could sift through her stuff and make a list for what to donate if there's anything we want to claim.
What are we going to do about the trumpets?
We can each take 10.
Does Robin want one?
I figured she would. She might already be sizing them up in there.
Will Marty take all the weird shit?
I think you'll end up taking most of the yarn and fabric.
Do you want Mom's dish set?
Which one?
I know I want the cut glass, so you can take the fine china if you want.
That china?
It's still in packaging from like 1974.
Maybe I'll actually use it.
Mom would have a cow.
Good thing she's not here to see it.
Yeah.
How was she at the end? I wish I could have been there.
She was praying a lot, and she loved God.
That's for sure.
Talked a lot about Dad, and how they waited till marriage to have sex.
She told you that?
She was going fast. She told me to abstain until marriage. Me, the 55-year-old bachelor, apparently has to be a 55-year-old virgin too.
She died how she lived. Pious, chaste, modest. I still can't believe she barely had any money left.
She never liked to talk about money, though.
Robin enters with a trumpet.
Mom. Hi, Uncle Keaton.
What's up?
I found something kind of huge. I was going through the trumpets and seeing if they worked, and most of them sounded really weird and muffled, so I looked inside. I thought a mouse or something crawled in there to die, but instead I found this.
She pulls out a wad of bills out of the trumpet.
And I think Grandma was hiding money.
This was in most of the trumpets?
I didn't get to check them all, but yeah.
I'll be right back.
Keaton runs inside. Ava takes the money.
This is at least a couple $1,000. Mom wasn't broke at all.
Grandma was broke?
We thought it was odd how little was left in her bank account.
Is that because of the Depression?
Well, she was a little young for the Depression, but I guess she did pick up that habit of storing cash.
Cash is king.
Oh my God!
Marty?
Marty runs down with an album.
Okay, so this is a lot, but I was going through Grandma's room to see if she had any clothes I'd want or want to alter.
But you'd want to wear Grandma's clothes?
She had incredible taste, and gender is a construct. God, Mom. Anyway, I was going through her closet when I found a box labeled "Do Not Open." So I opened it, and inside were... You might want to sit down for this. Robin, cover your ears.
No.
Fine. There were videotapes, and one was labeled Dance for Daddy, and I thought maybe it would be a video of you or something when you were young, so I popped it in the ancient TV in her room with a VCR built in, and it was Grandma in leather dancing like this.
I get the picture.
So I turned it off and kept digging in the box, and there were sex toys and this.
Opens the album.
Close that.
It's pornographic pictures of Grandma and Grandpa from their swinger parties. Grandma was a freak, and we had no idea.
Marty, stop. I didn't know any of that.
Grandma was keeping mad secrets, and honestly, she and Grandpa could get it.
Ew.
What? I'm proud to carry those genes.
Wait until your Uncle Keaton sees this.
Is there stuff that we don't know about you, Mom?
Don't tell us your job as an Avon rep is actually a front for your actual job selling vibrators.
No, nothing like that. Well, you two know I was president of my sorority.
You were?
I knew that. That's how you met Dad.
No, I met your dad at work, but I met my first fiance at a fraternity and sorority mixer.
You were engaged before you met Dad?
Your father was actually the reason Robert and I broke up.
Mom, you absolute minx.
Well, I'm glad you were a bit of a floozy.
Me too, my little bird.
Keaton enters, shaken.
Hey, Uncle Keaton, did you know your mom was kinky as hell?
What?
Apparently, our parents were swingers, and we had no idea.
Wow.
Was there a lot of money in the trumpets?
Right, yeah, the trumpets. Mom had about $20,000 stuffed into all of her trumpets.
Oh my God!
And that's not all. I went into the basement to see if maybe she stored more money down there in the other piano, and I realized there was a whole door hidden behind all of the crap down there. So I went in, and well, I think Mom, our super religious mother, was a Satanist.
What?
Behind the hidden door was a straight up altar to the devil.
Marty goes to eat a bagel sitting in the rocking chair.
What are we going to do?
I don't know what there is to do.
Do you want to split up the money?
Did you bring any more booze?
We're at the right hoarder's house, right?
There is so much about Mom we didn't know. I mean, we learned all of this from one morning of looking through stuff. What else is waiting for us in that house?
It could just be more cash.
The rain lets up, birds are heard chirping.
Well, the rain has cleared up. Do we want to start pulling stuff out of there?
Not really.
I want to go back in.
Marty gets up to go in.
Wait. Keaton, I know you just brought bagels, but do you want to go to the diner? You take a minute away from the house to...
Yeah, let's take my car. Come on, kiddos.
I'll just put the trumpet back inside.
I'll bring the album.
No, you're fine.
Keaton, Ava, and Marty exit. Robin re-enters.
Grandma, when my dad died, I thought about how there was so much I'd never get to do with him or learn about him, and now you're gone, and apparently there's a lot I never learned about you. I'm sorry. I guess I have to learn more about you through your house, and through my mom and uncle, and even my brother. And maybe I'll learn about you through myself, too. So in that way, you and my dad will always be a part of my life. Even when you feel so far away, I miss you. I don't know if this is helping.
Car horn.
Coming!
She runs off. The birds chirp, and as we hear the car drive off, the rocking slowly but suddenly rocks. This rocking chair slowly but suddenly rocks back and forth. Blackout. And for our next piece, we will be doing Emu by Ruth Klewinski. And let me bring everybody in.
James.
Why don't, where we are waiting for the other actor, why don't, we've got it. All right. Emu by Ruth Klewinski. Ruth is from Bloomfield, New Jersey. Ruth is a community theater performer who is trying once more to find her voice through writing. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Lawson. I'm playing Oshin.
Hi, I'm James. I'm playing Patrick.
Hi, I'm Simon and I'm playing Michael.
Hi, I'm Anna and I'm playing Lisa.
Hi, I'm Abby and I'm playing Hilda.
And I would just like to make one point. This play is set in Northern Ireland, and since for time constraints and since the accent of the Northern Ireland is a bit difficult, we're just going to be doing it in an American accent. Also, I wanted to state that there is some profanity in this play. So if you have children, or if that is something that you would like to skip for any reason, we would just like to let you do so. Cast of characters. Oshin, 18 years old, moody with a massive chip on his shoulder. Belfast accent, not too strong. Patrick, 18 years old, sweet, amiable, strong Belfast accent. Michael, 18 years old, friendly, warm, country lad, neutral, Northern Irish accent. Lisa, 18 years old, guarded, but up for a laugh, accent is clipped and refined. Hilda, 18 years old, friendly but very conservative, accent is clipped and refined. Time, 3 p.m., winter, 1990. Place, Dunluce Castle, Bushmills, Northern Ireland. Dunluce Castle is now ruined medieval castle in Northern Ireland, the seat of Clan MacDonald. It was built in 1513 and is located on the edge of a basalt outcropping in County Antrim and is accessible via a bridge connecting it to the mainland. The castle is surrounded by extremely steep drops on either side, which may have been an important factor to the early Christians and Vikings who were drawn to this place where an early Irish fort once stood. In 1639, the kitchens of the castle mysteriously collapsed into the sea. The 5 characters appear to be a bit out of breath as the scene opens, as the castle is at the top of a steep, rocky climb, and there's a bit of a divide. The boys are together, and the girls are together. It is late afternoon, and the light is fading quickly, and it seems cold and damp. All are carrying backpacks, and Oshin also has a guitar slung over his shoulder.
Ugh, this is feckin' useless.
Don't be so negative, Oshin. They wouldn't have sent us up here for no reason.
You want to bet it's a great reason to rid themselves of Fenians for the day?
But the girls are here with us, so that makes no sense.
Hi, Oshin. Shut your gob and let's get on with it. Lisa, Hilda, do you have the questions that we're supposed to be working on?
Yes, I do. Where should we go to work on this?
Well, why don't we sit over there? It looks like a porch or an entryway to the castle, and at least we'll have a little shelter from this wind. It's getting a wee bit cold.
A wee bit?
All right, sounds good. Right, are usins ready?
Aye.
Aye.
Well, it says here the first thing we have to do is make rubbings of these objects. There are 5, so I guess 1 each.
Aye, that sounds about right. So what are they?
A keystone, a stone from the battlements, a grave marker, a sill, a stone from the kitchen floor. Well, what's left of it. Oh, and they're trying to be funny. Don't fall in.
Yeah, very feckin' funny.
There are graves here?
It says grave marker, so I suppose so.
Oshin, are you even listening?
Aye.
So what will you take?
Whatever's left.
Jesus, wept, Oshin. You could get involved here. It's a group exercise. We were sent up here to figure out how we can all get along at the retreat, and you being an idiot right now is not going to help us out at all.
Fine, again, I'll take whatever's left over. And not for nothing, but this seems like the most childish exercise I've ever heard of. Freaking stone rubbing. It's like I'm a Cub Scout or something.
Well, I don't think Cub Scouts would use your language.
You don't say. Well, maybe down the Falls Road, that's exactly how Cub Scouts talk.
Leave it alone, will ya?
Right, well, I'll find a grave marker.
Really? You're not freaked out by that, are you?
No, what scares me is the kitchen stone. That's an actual crime scene. All those poor souls tumbling into the sea like that gives me the willies.
I know what you mean. Boy, lads, Hilda and I will get the grave marker and the battlement, and Usins can get the other 3. Meet you back here in 10 minutes?
Aye, all right. 10 minutes. That is exactly 3:20 p.m. Don't be late. Lads, let's go to the ruined kitchen first. Did you know that like half the kitchen fell into the sea about 350 years ago? Like a ton of staff just fell to their death right down on those rocks. They say this whole place is haunted. Come on.
The boys exit while Lisa and Hilda search the ground for a grave marking.
You know, I remember coming to this place for a field trip when I was wee.
I think I do too. What were you in P5? What were we in P5?
That's about right. Look over here, close to the bridge. No name, just a date, 1639.
Well, maybe that's when the tragedy happened.
Maybe. Well, hold on. Let me get this.
Quickly makes a rubbing of the marker and crosses to join Lisa.
Right, so now we have to cross over there to the battlements. I think I hear the lads. Come on, let's go scare them like we're banshees.
Girls exit, boys re-enter. Patrick holding his rubbing of a keystone, Michael with his of the sill.
Well, I guess this shithole is the kitchen. What am I supposed to do?
Just get a rubbing from any stone on the kitchen floor.
Right. This is so gothic and beautiful. Fuck, I wish I brought my guitar over. I feel very inspired to write.
Well, hold the moment. Your guitar's just over the bridge.
Right.
He starts rubbing a cobblestone from the ruined kitchen floor when off from stage comes a wailing and mournful screeches of banshees. The boys are frozen in terror. The wailing gets closer and then erupts into laughter as the girls burst into the kitchen.
Fucking hellfire. That's not funny, Usins.
Then why are we laughing?
It's off.
He finishes his rubbing and then pauses. The others look on while the stone he was working on comes loose. He picks it up.
Right, there's something under here.
Picks up a small box out of the hole under the cobblestone. The others gather round, curious, a little guarded, mostly nervous about what they might find. Oshin opens the box and takes out a cloth wrapped around coins.
Look, it's old coins. I've never seen any like that before.
The boys look at the coins.
Aye, but look at this.
Oshin, put that stuff back. The money is cursed. Look, that's the sign of the...
What, the devil? You lot are so superstitious.
What do you mean, you lot?
You know.
No, I don't. Well, I get it. Catholics.
Well, it's true, isn't it? Like, Usins have a lot of superstitions, like all your symbols and statues and incense and holy water and all that, trying to guard against the devil and hell and fire and brimstone and everything. I mean, I bet you all go to church all the time just so you can sleep at night because of the crap they feed you.
Wow. Is that what you think of Catholics?
Well, it's what they show in the movies and TV and stuff.
You all really believe that? You think that I'm afraid of the devil?
Well, maybe not you, but I think most of you.
I think since we have all the rubbings, we should go back to the porch and see what's next.
Most of us, like we're one person, like bundle us all up, fucking fraud.
Come on, Oshin. Let's go back to our stuff.
Great idea.
Shut up! You're such a do-gooder. Want to make sure everyone always gets along, keep the peace. Well, guess what? There is no peace until your army leaves this place.
My army.
Aye.
She's a Quaker. She doesn't believe in the army.
So just because she doesn't believe doesn't mean it don't exist. They're everywhere, just driving around, pointing their guns at anyone they choose. Fucking intimidating us into staying in the shadows like we don't have a right to walk around.
If the IRA would stop blowing everything up, then maybe the army would leave.
Like it's only the IRA. You have the army and the INLA. It's like shooting ducks in a barrel.
Can you actually play that thing, or is it just for show?
Why don't we continue with the directions from the retreat staff, or else we'll never get to finish it. And I don't know what the consequences are, but I prefer not to find out.
I agree. Lisa, what is next?
You are too perfect for each other.
We actually agree on something.
How about we summon the devil or something? Because so far this hasn't been a very exciting afternoon.
Really? We found that. And the coins. Oshin, what is on the coins?
I don't know. They just seem to be pretty old. Here.
They're so interesting. History right here. You are so lucky to have found them. Imagine they might be hundreds of years old. They could have belonged to Wolftown.
What do you know about the United Irishmen?
It's part of our studies for History A-level.
Really? At a Protestant school?
Yes, Oshin. Even we Protestants learn about our Irish history. Oh, you're such a swat. Right now, stick an envelope. Congratulations, Icebreaker is complete. Now write down what you've learned about each other so far. This is so dumb. Who the fuck cares? I thought this was supposed to be fun. I just want to go
We
back.
agree on something else.
We all do, but they're not picking us up until 5, so who wants to write this down?
Since I'm such a swat, I will. So, what have we learned? Should we just go around and everyone can say something?
Fine. Usins think the IRA, if the IRA stops bombing, the army will leave.
What's wrong with thinking that? Well, you are superstitious. You see the devil in everything.
Hold on. We never said that. You said that. You brought your own prejudice about us into that conversation.
Aye, here's another. Your understanding of Catholicism comes from the movies and TV.
She's a Quaker. What is that anyway?
Pretty much the opposite of a Catholic. No minister, no prayers, no hymns, no ceremony. Just silence.
I can speak for myself. It's simple. We are all created equally in God's eyes, so there's no need for hierarchy. We pray directly to God.
As do we. I'm a Presbyterian. We don't need a priest to speak to God for us or to forgive our sins. It's like we have a direct connection to God.
How come there's so many types of you? I've never understood that. Anglican, Methodist, Presbyterian, Lutheran, now Quaker.
I guess because once people started thinking outside of the Catholic Church, they had different ideas. And unlike Catholics, we were allowed to think for ourselves.
Why do you have to get so combative? We have our choices.
Like what? Can you choose to pray directly to God? Can you choose birth control? Can you choose not to cross yourself when you go to a church or not to use the rosary when you pray?
Yeah, it's called not going to mass.
Oshin, you go to mass. What are you talking about?
Anyone can choose not to go to church.
Gets him and wants away.
We don't have that choice. It's like they round us up on a Sunday.
Well, there you have it, Patty. I haven't set foot in a church for 5 years, not since my uncle.
So what's the big deal?
He'll get kicked out of school if they find out he doesn't go to mass. It's a massive deal.
So shut the fuck up about it then. We're almost done. 2 more months till we leave for A-levels. It's now our secret.
I can't hand this in. I have it all written down. It won't be a secret, will it? What about your uncle? What happened to him?
Don't ask.
He was shot by your fucking army.
It's not my army.
Okay, this is getting really fucked. I have an idea. Since we can't let the adults at the retreat know about any of this because it's none of their business, and now it's a secret that we will all share, why don't we put this with the cloth and put it back under the kitchen stone? Like we're bearing the differences we thought we had. Like we're all the same. We're all fucking scared of the army. We're all scared of the bombs, and we're all scared more people will die and that the church or mass doesn't make it any better. It just doesn't.
And that violence is not the answer. Right. So are we all good with this then?
Aye.
Aye.
Come on, Lisa. Let's put this back.
Putting the devil back in the dark hole?
No, we are silencing the devil with the truth. Our truths.
What about the coins?
I'm keeping them.
Fair enough.
Rolf crawls with paper and the cloth back towards the kitchen. Oisin starts playing the guitar in earnest and breaks up into a jazzy, soulful rendition of Mountains of Morn.
Oh, Mary, this London's a beautiful sight, where the people are digging by day and by night. They don't sow potatoes or barley or wheat, but there's gangs of them digging for gold in the street. At least when I asked them, that's what I was told, so I just took a hand in this digging for gold. But for all that I found, then I might as well be where the mountains of Morn sweep down to the sea.
Or where the kitchen
Falls into the sea. You know this one, boys? Tell
me, Mom, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pull my hair,
they steal my comb,
but that's all right
until I go home. She is handsome,
she is pretty. She is the belle of Belfast City. She is the court. 1, 2, 3. Please won't you tell me who is she?
I think they're here to pick us up. Was there anything else we were supposed to do?
Aye, one more envelope. Thank you for participating in this retreat. Our goal is that kids from across the divide can learn that they have more in common with each other than they think. This program is called EMU, Education for Mutual Understanding. Take what you've learned and break down the barriers.
Right, well, I think that's enough for one day. Here.
Takes the coins and gives one to each of them.
Maybe that's a start.
Grab their stuff and exit. End of play. For our next piece, we have Harmony PA by Gabrielle Wagner. And let me bring in all of the actors.
All right. Gabrielle Wagner is from
Summit, New Jersey.
She is an actor, singer, playwright, librettist, lyricist, who recently moved back home to New Jersey after 20 years in Los Angeles. Her 10-minute play, Net Worth, Bum Deal, was produced and made
just before the pandemic started. Her first one act. Sorry, there's a bit of a problem. Her first one-act musical, I Wish, was produced in LA 3 times and published in City of Light. Her full-length musical was most recently seen at the She New York City Festival, directed by Katie Huffman, and 54 Below, directed by Autumn Reeser. A handful of her other short plays have been produced on both coasts, and she's currently shopping her full-length play, Pot Odds, and musical Every Moon, A Fairy Tale. She is also currently pursuing her MFA in playwriting screenwriting at Point Park University. As an actress, Gabby starred in and won awards for many musicals, including Divorce the Musical, The Three-Penny Opera. She can be seen on Mad Men, Wilfred, Stonerville, and other films, TV shows. Since being back in New York City, she starred in Valor, a Texas drama, in 2020, a fantasy, in addition to various films and shorts. Actors, would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Laurie McMillan, and I am playing Marianne. Hi, I'm Sarah Phone, and I'm playing Winnie.
Hi, I'm Jason Crook, and I'm playing Gregory.
I'm Emma Thornton, and I'm playing Grace.
Marianne, hardworking, blue-collar woman, prideful, tough as nails, suspicious of
anything anyone knew. Winnie, Marianne's daughter, in town during the pandemic, a fish out of water. Back here in the backwoods of PA, successful New York City singer, actress. Gregory, new to town, music teacher, trumpet player. Grace, Winnie's socially awkward daughter, hasn't spoken in over 3 months. I'm the present. Place, a small house in Harmony, PA. During the pandemic, a woman and her daughter from New York City moved back with her mom in small town, Pennsylvania. Marianne stands on her front porch, humming and crooning a few flower pots on the railing and taking sips from her drink in a tumbler. From the distance, she hears a trumpet being played. She stops what she is doing and listens and looks for the culprit. The sound gets closer. She reaches through the open door and grabs her shotgun and points it toward the sound.
Who's making that racket out there? Announce yourself or be prepared to be silenced. This gun is loaded.
Hello there, miss. Whoa.
Whoa, miss. Who are you calling miss? I'm damn near 70 years old. I am no miss. What do you want?
Pardon me, ma'am. My apologies. From back there, you looked much younger. That's a compliment, I promise.
Who are you and what do you want?
Well, I was just coming...
You're not trying to sell me music instruments.
No, ma'am.
I've seen that Music Man show that they did at our theater here in town last year. I liked it okay, but I don't want no trouble.
You mean right here in River City?
This ain't River City. What are you going on about?
No. I mean, you know, from...
I mean,
the
there's
musical...
an oil city, but that's about an hour up 79.
You got trouble, folks, right here in River City. Trouble with a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool.
He puts up his trumpet up to his lips and goes right into a trumpet version of 36 trombones.
Hey! Pipe it down. I ain't buying what you're selling. Devil sure does make work for idle hands.
Music is not the devil's work, ma'am. Music is a universal language, the breath of God's.
I still have a shotgun over here, Buster, and I still don't know why you're here.
Well, my name's Gregory, or just plain Greg, but you can call me Buster if you'd like. I'm new here. I'm the new teacher at the Harmony Elementary School.
And?
I'm here to see your daughter. I believe she's staying here.
What do you want with my daughter?
Oh, Jesus, Mom, would you put that thing down? Not everyone who comes knocking is a serial killer or a rapist.
Well, speak of the devil, here she is, the woman you're looking for.
Hi, Winnie.
You know him?
Mr. Hilton, I told
It's
you.
Greg.
I'm not,
Please call me Greg.
I told you at the diner that I'm not staying, and I cannot help you.
Well, you're here now. Please just consider it.
But my life is in New York, and I just came to make sure my mom was okay during the pandemic.
And she is. She's just fine. Always has been. You came because New York was a virus cesspool that you needed to get away from. Luckily, I made you quarantine before being around other humans.
My mom's not human.
I'm right here.
Mom, can you just take that thing inside and give us a minute?
Just then, Winnie's daughter, Grace, quietly appears at the doorway to the house. Greg notices her first.
Well, hello there.
Hi, honey. Do you need something? Grace, do you want to come out and say hello?
Grace runs back inside the house. Winnie is a bit distressed by this. Marianne frowns and follows Grace in.
She hasn't said a word since we left New York.
How long has that been?
3.5 months.
Well, have you taken her to see anyone about it?
Here? Who? No. I've just been patient with her and letting her take her own time. It's been hard. There's no TV here and no Wi-Fi. Well, okay. After a month of no Wi-Fi, I was losing my mind, and I finally convinced my mom that I would pay for everything and it would not affect her at all.
And has it?
Yes. She's obsessed with Candy Crush and Gardenscapes, and she's binging the Ozarks.
So you've brought out the dark side in your mom.
You mean the woman who was just pointing a shotgun at you only moments before? Yeah, that's not Netflix. That's all her.
You think she just misses home and her friends?
My mom?
No, Grace, your daughter. That is your daughter, right?
Yes. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure she ever liked it in New York either. And she's a bit shy, so friends weren't exactly beating down the door for her. I sort of dragged her there when she was 1 because my career was taking off. To be honest, I'm not sure that I love it there either.
Do you think it's possible that she's just stuck in fight, flight, freeze because everything's in limbo and she has no idea where life is taking you both next?
Well, it's taking us back to New York. She knows that.
Oh, of course. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to overstep.
What do you know so much about all of this?
I just know a little bit about trauma and how it manifests in the body.
You think that she's traumatized?
Oh, God, no, that's not what I'm saying. Look, I'm sorry. We've gotten off track. I'm a musician and a teacher. You're a singer and a really good one. And I need some help getting this new music program going in the schools here. Look, I know you said no.
How do you know
but-
I'm any good? You've never heard me.
Well, that's actually not 100% true. I confess I already knew who you were.
How?
I've spent some time in New York. I've seen a few of your cabaret shows, and I've subbed in the pit for Dear Evan Hansen a few times.
What? You have?
I did. And I actually played the night you went on for Evan's mom.
Yeah? Wow. That was a night. I swing for both of the mother roles, but I'd only ever gone on for Zoe's mom. Playing Heidi Hansen is a whole other animal, and I was so nervous.
No, you were such a pro. It didn't miss a beat. Can't say the same for myself, though.
Thank you. God, yeah, I love that show. I have the worst luck, though. I was just about to take over the role of Zoe's mother permanently right before Broadway shut down. When you know it, I finally get my place on the Broadway stage, and bam, blocked.
I can't even imagine what that must have felt like.
So, are you a stalker? Or is it just a coincidence that you know so much about me and then you ended up in the same podunk town in Pennsylvania that I'm in?
It's mostly a coincidence.
Mostly.
Well, I mean, I did take the job here long before I knew you were here. So it's not like I followed you, but it wasn't a complete coincidence that I ran into you at the diner.
Accidentally on purpose.
Well, something like that. Look, we both know that it's going to be a while before theater and our jobs there are coming back to anything like we knew it.
I know all that. It's just I've waited for so long and I've worked so hard to get there. And I was devastated when the pandemic shut it all down, shut my dreams down. But after I mourned that and I had a few days of drinking, maybe possibly a little too much, I realized it's all okay. Look, there's been something really raw and eye-opening about this time and this forced vacation, so to speak. I don't think I realized how much I needed a break. You know, permission to just get off the merry-go-round for a while. It's brought me closer to this sense of home and this sense of family and what I truly want to accomplish in life in whatever time that I have left. Like, I know what my talents and my gifts are, and I'm not really all that sure that I care so much anymore about anyone who wants to know my name. And I think for so long, I was driven by this desire to succeed, to prove that I could do it, you know, against all the odds, because God, let's face it, the odds are never with a performer. I guess what I'm realizing is it was all to prove it to myself. And I have. You know, I did it. I made it. And now I have to decide if I want it. I mean, I want it. I want it, but you know what I mean.
I know your name.
That's God, wow, I have no idea why I'm saying all of this to you.
That's my gift. People just randomly open up to me out of the blue.
Blessing and a curse, I bet.
Sometimes. Not this time.
Thanks for not judging.
Oh, I think I'm being very blatant and upfront. I want you to stay. Why would I judge you? Like, I don't think I can hack this town without another sane human being that has lived outside of it. Like, I think we could bring something really cool to these kids who frankly have never had a decent music program.
You just called me sane.
Am I going to eat my words?
You might.
I have so many ideas, and I need a partner to help me make them realistic, like not just instruments and music, but a whole theater program. Singing, acting, dance.
Oh, God, and you just lost me. No, I don't dance. You don't want to see me dance. No parent in their right minds would pay to have me teach their kids to dance. No.
That can't be true.
No, it's true. I have 2 left feet. Thank God there are still some shows that don't require dancing.
But there's always a dance break.
Otherwise known as a break from dance. No, seriously. I've been cast in shows and they figure they'll just, work me into a dance number because it would make sense for my character to do so. And then there's always a moment when the director and the choreographer just whisper quietly on the side of the room. And then by the next rehearsal, I'm somehow blocked out of the dance, doing some other non-dancey business that my character would do. It's not like it's not I don't warn them. They always want to try.
Come on. You took clogging classes for years. You practiced so much, I can still remember the routines. I also think that's why my ears haven't stopped ringing.
Ma, are you eavesdropping?
Marianne appears from behind the door frame doing her best impression of Michael Flatley from Riverdance.
She wanted to go on tour with the Riverdance so bad.
Mom, this is terribly embarrassing.
Well, you better take my hand and do it with me, or I have way more embarrassing stories that I'll be busted out.
Marianne keeps her clogging feet moving. Greg pulls out a recorder from his bag and starts playing something Irish sounding. Finally, Winnie joins her, and the two of them do their Riverdance routine. Grace watches from the window smiling. Greg finishes his tune, and they all laugh.
That was perfect.
That was terrible.
Thank God she found her singing voice, because we didn't have the heart to tell her that the only clogging she'd be hired to do would be in the bathroom.
Mom!
But you have a beautiful voice, sweetheart.
Marianne, you were quite nimble on your feet there.
Oh, hey, I got some Irish in me, at least a quarter. Must be where I get my rhythm from.
Yeah, or at least your ability to drink us all under the table.
Oh, har, har, har.
Hey, look. Look at that. A shiny new penny. Where did that come from?
Heads or tails?
Heads, of course. If it's tails, you leave it and you turn it over for the next person to find.
I taught her that. I also taught her that finding a penny means your luck is going to turn.
One can only hope, Mom. One can only hope.
Well, I should get out of your hair. Look, the offer stands. I have a pretty generous budget to work with, so I'm just saying, while you're here, you might find yourself wanting to do something.
Grace, who has been lingering just behind the door frame since the dance break,
finally steps out
onto the porch.
Mama, can we stay?
Oh, Grace. I have missed your voice.
Grace runs to Winnie, who wraps her in her arms.
I'd like to play music. Can we stay?
Greg pulls a second recorder out of his bag and hands it to Grace.
Yeah. Yes, honey, we can stay.
Grace eagerly takes the recorder and immediately starts blowing into it, making noise.
How about if I come back next week and give you a lesson?
Grace happily runs inside. Marianne smiles and then turns, following Grace in.
Crazy.
What?
She grows up in New York, surrounded by culture, exposed to the arts in every form. Anything under the sun that she wanted to learn, she could. And it takes her coming here to nowhere to get interested in music.
Harmony, PA.
Harmony, PA.
End of play. And for our final piece,
So this is Uncle Timbo by John O'Hara. John O'Hara is from Skippack, Pennsylvania. He's a Philadelphia-based playwright, actor, and director. Could the actors introduce themselves, please?
Hi, I'm Allie Arquetti. I'm Gussie.
This is Jared Kellner. I am playing Dr. Kellman.
And I'm Gus Ibrani, and I'll be playing Uncle Timbo.
The characters are Gussie, early 30s, nervous and shy. Her Southern accent pops up when she plays herself at 11. Dr. Kellman, early 40s, psychiatrist, attractive, and is also the voice of Gussie's mom. And Uncle Timbo, Gussie's eccentric uncle from the South. The setting is Dr. Kellman's office, comfy chair, coffee table. At Rise, Gussie is seated on the comfy chair. Dr. Kellman is facing her with a notepad and a compassionate expression. Uncle Timbo is standing in the shadows, and Gussie sees him, but Dr. Kellman does not.
Gussie, do you want me to repeat the question?
Uncle Timbo makes fun of Dr. Kellman.
No, Dr. Kellman, I'm sorry. I was distracted. What were we talking about?
I see that you've been having the same recurring dream. You're stuck in band practice, and the conductor makes you play the trumpet over and over, but you've never played the trumpet before. And as soon as you reach for the trumpet, it disappears and you wake up. Is that right?
I guess. What does that mean?
Well, what does the trumpet represent to you?
I don't know. It's kind of loud and harsh and.
Well, that doesn't seem to be it. Perhaps the conductor is important. Who's the conductor? Gussie?
Oh, the conductor looks like my uncle.
Oh, your uncle. Well, that's surprising. Tell me about him.
He was my mother's only brother, my Uncle Timbo.
Timbo?
It's a Southern thing. Like, my name is Gussie Joe. We all get two names right away. I grew up down south. Things were so different for girls and boys.
Oh, really?
Oh, but Uncle Timbo was just great. Really? I mean, he carried me piggyback, and he liked my drawings and my stories. He always made me feel special. Like I mattered.
You do matter.
I do matter.
Tell me more about Uncle Timbo.
Well, there's nothing to say. I mean, that was a long time ago.
Gussie, we can't make this work unless you're honest with me. Right? You're getting very emotional thinking about him.
Today would have been his birthday.
You shared a birthday.
I did. How did you know that?
Well, you told me at our last session that our last session would be your birthday. Are you planning something fun? Well, I'm sorry you're leaving my practice. I have enjoyed getting to know you.
Yes, doctor.
I think you can call me Matthew now. And I hope that we stay friends.
Uh-huh.
How old was your Uncle Tim? How old would he have been?
A lady never tells her age. And his name was Timbo, not Tim.
Timbo. Tell me what you remember about him.
Well, he was smart and funny. And he was always dressed so nicely. I mean, he would wear a tie when no one else did, or whenever they did, then he wouldn't. Yeah, my grandmother, Nanny Lou, would always yell at him and say, "Oh, that son of a devil, he the death of me." But I think he did make her laugh. He was so different from anyone in that small town. He always looked like he was in a magazine, cool and collected, even when it was blazing summer. Yeah, he wanted to be an actor.
Oh, he was an actor.
No. He wanted to be an actor, a famous actor, so he could go to great parties and drink and people would take pictures of it. Yeah, there was always laughter when he was around. Even my great aunts Ola May and Vita Jane thought he was funny, and they didn't like anybody. Yeah, he had a great smile and fancy hair. And he called me Lady Bracknell.
What on earth for?
Oh, he said she was a famous lady and her name was Augusta, just like me. She's from this funny play where everybody has the same name.
The importance of being earnest.
That's it. How did you know that?
I know everything. What else would you like to tell me?
He died too soon.
I'm sorry. He seems like a great guy.
He was. Cue the dramatic lighting change. Very nice.
It was a hot summer day.
One of the hottest summer days on record, as decadently steamy as the Tennessee Williams play as performed by William Faulkner. The only cool breeze is on the porch. My mother's front porch. Nanny Lou's front porch.
I was 11 years old. I was so young.
Gussie sits on the floor and becomes 11. The lights fade on Dr. Kelman, who keeps taking notes. The sound of a crowd is heard off stage.
There were too many people there. The neighbors and Reverend Whitlow and my mother and my Nanny Lou and my great aunts. Oh, too many people. And it was so hot. So damn hot. I hate these shoes.
Oh, my dear. A lady doesn't remove her shoes unless a gentleman is presenting her with a much more expensive pair.
Yes, Uncle Timbo. I remember.
What else do you remember?
I remember laughing with you. Singing. Movies. So many movies.
Only from the 40s, my dear. The golden age. Davis and Crawford and Astaire and Rogers. The elegance of the dance. Oh, my lady, there is nothing like it. Come, dance with me.
There's no music.
Of course there is.
Uncle Timbo makes the crowd noise disappear and classic dance music plays. He offers her his hand.
May I?
This can't be happening.
Of course it's happening. It's the dance break between the feisty heroine and her eccentric bachelor uncle.
Gussie and Uncle Timbo execute a sweet routine.
Ah, you remember everything I taught you.
No, that was 20 years ago. That's not today. I'm living in New York. I'm a grown-up, and I'm at Dr. Kelman's office. Dr. Kelman? Dr. Kelman?
It's fascinating. Tell me more.
Gussie sits on the floor and is 11 again.
My feet hurt and these shoes, and I had to get away from everybody. There's a lot of people out there.
Standing room only. I'm a hit.
You're a hit.
Thank you very much.
Nani Lou is crying. And Ola Jane and Vita May are a wreck, but my mama just fusses with the food. She won't admit that she's sad. Why do people do that?
It's a Southern thing. My dear sister is always the perfect hostess. You seem sad, Lady Bracknell. Why are you sad?
I'm sad because you're not here anymore. It's not right. It's not fair.
Oh, life ain't fair, darling. We're here 1 minute and then we're gone. Don't want to overstay my welcome. Always leave them wanting more. No encore. No second curtain call.
But I won't see you again.
Oh, of course you will. Think of me as a classic movie that is always there when you need a good laugh or cry. You hear a word or a song and I'm back again in glorious Technicolor. Or perhaps black and white. Yes, that is it. Much more elegant.
But you're dead. No one even says that word anymore. People say passed away or gone to heaven. Why is that?
I don't know. People are very strange. And I hope I'm not in heaven. Sounds like a dreadful bore. I was thinking of a different party location, a real hot time.
Stop!
I checked off a lot of those 7 deadly sins in my time. Gluttony, sloth, greed, apathy, sarcasm.
I don't think that's right.
Oh, and lust. Oof, never forget lust.
I am only 11. Aunt Ola May would say you're being vulgar.
I love vulgarity. Sorry. Do you still have that doll I gave you? What was her name again?
Her name was Tallulah.
Ah, Tallulah, darling.
Don't you remember? She had the greatest hair and a little cigarette holder and a tiny little trumpet. Why did she have a trumpet?
Don't you remember? I came to your Christmas concert where you played the trumpet, but you were so excited to see me that you didn't play anything at all. You just stood there like a statue. My goodness, your mother had a fit after that night. I just wanted to make you smile, so I found a little trumpet and I put it into Lula's hands. I just wanted to make you smile.
You did good. I put her next to you when you were lying on that pillow.
That was sweet of you, but your mother took it out. Where is your mother?
Augusta, where are you, honey sweet? Reverend Whitlow is leaving and wants to see you before he goes.
There she is. Maribel is on such good manner, insists on such good manners, doesn't she? Oh, good job, Doctor.
Gussie, your memories are so vivid. Keep going.
Yes, Doctor. Where am I? What day is this?
It's your birthday. It's my birthday.
Of course. I get the card today. The last card. You left me so much money.
It was nothing. I wanted to remember you.
You said you would dance at my wedding.
I did, but what if you never get married?
That is a horrible thing to say.
No, it is not. You don't have to get married. I never did. And it's okay. I never had a child, and do you know why? Secret.
Timbo, I know why.
Well, then tell me, smarty pants.
What? Because you liked boys more than girls.
Oh, my stars. That was no secret. Your Nana Lou said she always knew. I never really gravitated toward the harshness. I always wanted to think about life and love. And dear Aunt Vita Jane was always a bit confused by me, but that was her thing. The secret is I never had a child because I could never have had a child as perfect and beautiful and as smart and funny as you. You were my best birthday present ever.
I know.
So the movie doesn't have to end with you getting married to Cary Grant or a psychiatrist who is sort of a young Richard Dreyfuss, don't you think?
Who?
Never mind. Just promise me that you will make your own movie.
Make my own movie.
With glamour and romance and handsome leading men and dancing. Oh, lots of dancing.
Okay.
And I'll be there, darling. I want a big credit.
Augusta, you must come down now. Everyone's asking for you, please.
I will. I promise. Will you be here when I get back?
There's no going back, Augusta. Just go forward. You can do it. And no more dreams, okay? A trumpet is for Mr. Lula. You need a big bass drum. Go out and beat that drum.
I understand.
Gussie.
And that doctor seems to be pretty good at what he does.
Gussie.
Good looking too.
Like Richard Dreyfuss? Or maybe...
We're almost done here.
Yes, doctor.
But wherever you go, whatever you do, I'll be standing over you making horrible jokes. Goodbye, my lady. Happy birthday. Now, take that money. Have some fun.
Uncle Timbo fades away.
Well,
those were some intense memories.
He died a long time ago, but he left me money every year on my birthday. Today is the last one, and it's quite a bit of money. More than I ever could have imagined.
Congratulations.
Part of me wants to put it in the bank, but the other part of me wants to celebrate Uncle Timbo with champagne and formal wear and lots of dancing. Lots of dancing.
I like dancing.
Oh. Matthew, there's a reason I'm leaving here.
Okay.
I don't think it's right for doctors to date their patients.
I agree. It's not right. Especially for you and me.
He stands to offer his hand to Gussie.
Thank you, Gussie.
Thank you.
Uncle Timbo appears to make a classic tune play. Gussie and Dr. Kelman dance together and then end their dance as if it never happened.
Good afternoon, Gussie.
Good afternoon, Matthew.
As Gussie starts to exit, she high-fives Uncle Timbo, and the lights fade to the dance music as Dr. Kelman is suddenly aware of the magic. End of play.
And that concludes our broadcast this evening. We really, really appreciate you being here. Appreciate you listening to the plays. Appreciate the playwrights, the actors, everyone at the Summit Playhouse. If you enjoyed what you saw this evening, and if you would like to make a donation, you can go to summitplayhouse.org. And we just want to thank you